Yo, what is up guys? It is esports content entertainment coming at you guys with another video here today. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about Ignar and Dignitas. So I remember when Ignar first started playing, competitive League of Legends, when I first saw him started playing, which was on Misfits Gaming during the LCS 2017 spring split, where he was playing with Alfari and Cacao and Power of Evil and, Hansama. And then, seeing him kind of peak at Worlds that year when Misfits lost to SKT, 3-2. And then Ignar's been on several different teams. He's been on Schalke. He's went back to LCK to play on BBQ Olivers. Remember that? He's played on FlyQuest. He's played on Immortals. I think Ignar is a good support. I really think that he has really high highs and really low lows, but if you can get average play out of him, he's actually pretty good. I still believe in this guy, and he now is gonna not be on Immortals, which I think is a very good thing. I think he completely tanked the LCS 2022 Summer Split playing on Immortals. I mean, every player tanked on Immortals because, Immortals was dog shit. And LEC Willow tweets, sources, support Ignar has reached a verbal agreement with Dignitas in the LCS, and then LCS EV confirms their full roster. This means Dignitas' full roster for the LCS 2023 season will be Armut, Santorin, Jensen, Spawn, and Ignar. So, I know people were kind of a little, questioning my take about this new Dignitas roster, in my other recent new Dignitas videos, talking about when Jensen and Santorin were announced to be joining Dignitas for the LCS 2023 season. This is the thing here, guys, is that with the players they have on paper, yeah, it looks like a pretty solid, decent roster. I'll give you that. But the thing here is that you guys have to understand this. If we base this off their recent play, which is what we just saw, this probably will just be a 5th to 6th, place roster anyway. Armut did not look that good all year during the LEC 2022 season. Did you guys actually see Armut play? He didn't play that good at all. He was pretty underwhelming. You see those Mordekaiser games at Worlds? We just saw him play at Worlds, and he got completely destroyed by top laners that he on paper should be better than. Armut did not play well this year, but Armut will be a big upgrade over the player they had before, or players, because they had Gamstu and Hoon. Santorin, I think, is going to be their best player, right now. I mean, he's going to be a big upgrade over Zayu. I think that's awesome, because I think he was the most valuable player of that Team Liquid Superstar team. I think he played as well as he could, because he had to play with a fucking hack like Bjergsen, who just screws him over every single time. Jensen did not play well, guys. You guys know me. I love Jensen. I think Jensen is the best mid laner in the LCS history, but he did not play well this past split, and neither did he play well at Worlds. During the LCS 2022 Summer Split regular season, he didn't play that well. Jojo Pion, Takuli, Palafox, Apadage, they all played better. You could even say a Blaze Olive played better than him, in some games, right? During the playoffs for the LCS 2022 Summer Split, yeah, he kind of picked it up then, but he still wasn't, dominating the way you would think Jensen would, That's why I said this and 2019 are probably his worst years. I mean, I still think in 2019 he still displayed some really great play there, but this has to be his worst year. I'll take 2019 Jensen over this year's Jensen. And then at, the 2022 League of Legends World Championship, yeah, he did not play good at all. And it would make sense as the reason why Cloud9 got rid of him. Now, it would have been crazy history that Jensen would have went back to Cloud9 and not won a split. I'm glad Jensen finally won a title for Cloud9. That's awesome. I literally watched this guy play League of Legends in this league since he began in that LCS 2015 Summer Split when he replaced Ty. But he did not play well this year, guys. I just don't want him sitting out for a split, because I think that's what hurt him and his gameplay is him sitting out for a split, right? Because he played well at the 2021 League of Legends World Championship. He played insanely well, and everyone was like, damn, Jensen, you're fucking great. Yeah, and then people gotta understand, there's a reason why I think this guy's better than Bjergsen. Take Jensen's play at last year's Worlds, and then you're gonna tell me how well Bjergsen played this year. And tell me if they're comparable players. Now, fuck out of here with that shit. So, then you have Spawn. Spawn had some decent games, but it's so hard to judge him because Dignitas were essentially falling apart by the end of this year. It's really hard to judge that. Ignar. And I still have faith in Ignar, but Ignar did not play well this past split, guys. This is stuff you have to look at recency. You know, you can say, is that recency bias? It's a combination of both, right? Because if you're looking at the potential of these players, right? Jensen, if he did play very well, is easily top 2 mid in the LCS. If Santorin plays well, easily top 4 jungler, and he was a top 4 jungler this past year. Armut is probably going to be maybe like a 6th best top laner, middle of the pack, which is better than what they had, so that is an improvement, but he's definitely going to get exploited hard, potentially, given maybe the top lane pool of the league, right? And Spawn and Ignar as a bot lane, I'm not too sure. You know, I'm just not. Is Ignar an upgrade over Biofrost? Not really. I mean, these are at best like side grades and upgrades in other positions. Right now, I'm just not that into the roster like a lot of other people are. I think it'll get a bit of time before this roster actually gets on board. I think this roster is a 5th to 6th best roster, given the fact that we haven't seen the other rosters yet. Maybe this roster goes up in my rankings given the other rosters when they start forming, but as of right now, this is just an okay roster, you know? Hey, you can hate me for all you want. I think it's just an okay roster. I think this is better than the usual Dignitas roster full of just dog shit. So we went from dog shit to some nice looking mashed potatoes. Not the best mashed potatoes, probably that instant mashed potato shit you get from like a like a Walmart, right? But, you know, it's something, right? They went from dog shit to instant mashed potatoes. And I'd rather eat instant mashed potatoes than eating dog shit, right? Alright guys, see you guys later. I'm MSK and this is Esports Content Entertainment, your one place for esports content. Alright guys, deuces.